Look at me using the countdown, not forgetting it this time. I'm a professional. But, you know, thank you so much for joining us live if you're joining. And if not, if you're watching the replay now, thank you so much for watching and hope you're going to have fun. I have a rumor. Oh, look at that. I can point in the right direction even.
Yeah.
With me, I linked her channel. I think I did. I was supposed to link your channel in the description, but if I forgot, then I will remedy it after the fact. But it's very easy because it's pretty much Rumor Haven, so it's not that hard to find your channel. So we should be good. But today is the second episode of my new series, 5 Decks, which is a very clever series because I can just tell people that, oh, I have an idea, and they're like, oh, okay. And they don't know that I just want to have a chat with them. So they think that this is a serious thing, but obviously it's not. So the basic idea is that we pick 5 or less or more, depends on, whose collection is what size, that we think the other would enjoy. And the reason doesn't have to be scientific or very serious. You can just say that, oh, I think you would enjoy this deck because you like the color purple. And that's good enough. So no big expectations or no stress about the decks. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Sure, tell me that now that I've sweated it out and applied the scientific method to every single deck choice.
Obviously, I'm going to tell you now.
No, you assured me of that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I try to tell people that it's like I'm acting like I'm doing this for years, and it's not the second episode, but yeah. So it's just fun. It's just a fun chat, and we're gonna be probably on for an hour. So, do you want to start, or should I start? Until people, or we can just wait a little more until people arrive. We have Elaine here, though.
No.
Yes, it's been a while that I've seen you. Oh, look at that! I have
the sun. The sun.
It's going to set. Yes.
I haven't seen it all day. Oh, brightening your smile.
Can I throw it away in your direction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bothered by it, but it's okay because I love the sun, so I don't mind that much. But so, oh, it's gonna look really funny if I speak and my mouth is highlighted.
Just give me a smile, extra ting.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, I'm gonna start because why not? There's a deck that was obvious, and I was thinking first that should I leave it out because, it's Buffy. Like, should I leave it out because obviously we bonded over Buffy? But I was like, no, I know you have this deck in 2 copies, I think, 2 versions now. Of 3, okay. You have to tell me more.
Someone gifted me one. I was like, sure, I'll take it.
But, so see, nothing serious and nothing very groundbreaking because mine is it's the trimmed version. Because I still don't understand why the borders were different colors, and because there was no rhyme or reason for it, I was bothered by it. So
yeah, I'm mad at myself that I actually attempted to see if there was rhyme or reason to it.
I tried to do the same.
I had a table with all the cards spread out and was trying to categorize them, and I was like,
did the same, and I was like, I don't see a connection no matter how I look. It wasn't the court cards, it wasn't like cards that were connecting in some way. It was just like random.
And there would be ones where I thought they'd go in a group, but then once I got them side by side, it's like, oh, they're the same color, but just a subtly different shade. And so it's really strange. I don't understand that choice, but it looks beautiful.
And I really like it. I think it looks really good, like trimmed. And I still, yes. Oh, yeah, of course, Spike. And I like, this is a very good card for this, like, 9 of Stakes. But I still don't know because I keep forgetting what's happening with the guidebook because it was misprinted. I mean,
too.
Can we get a copy of the good one, or but do we have to buy a whole new deck with it? Like, do you have any idea? Because I keep forgetting to check it.
don't. No, I'm trying to think because I feel like Lisa Pepez was talking about it 'cause she had contacted them back when it first came out, but I don't remember the response.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
he was like, yes, they're going to correct it, but would you get one if you already got the deck? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Like,
I tried to Google it at some point like a few weeks ago, but I don't remember if I found any answer to that because I don't really want to buy another deck because I want to use the trimmed version, but I would be happy just to get a digital version of the cards that were changed. I don't need a physical new guidebook necessary. But
true.
I know that I couldn't find a direct email or contact. I didn't find a way to contact the publishers directly. So I know that I don't know who contacted them where, but I couldn't. So if anybody has an answer, please share. I'm gonna be bothered by the sun.
Oh no! Oh no! Do we need to, if you need to scooch or crouch.
It's better.
I
I'm gonna be
empathize though, because I'm always complaining, whether I'm sitting here or at my tarot table over there. The ceiling is like angled because I'm on the
Oh
top
yeah.
floor. It's kind of like an attic room, and there are skylights. And so I'm actually grateful the sun's not out today. It wouldn't be shining directly through right now, but it'd be even brighter. But it does just like beam off my big forehead. So even on a cloudy day like today, I'm like, ooh.
I'm gonna just move. Yeah, and we have Ange here as well.
Oh, hello.
Oh, thank you so much. Of course,
Oh,
and
me
I hope
too.
your work day is not that tiring. So yeah, that was my first obvious choice.
Perfect choice. Perfect choice. I still love that deck so much.
Same. That's why I'm bothered by the guidebook because I keep wanting to know the changes because they make so much sense, but it helps to know, and
Yeah,
then but it's
right.
such a good it's a good useful deck.
Yeah, because I've, made the effort with some of the cards to try to like understand what I think the rationale behind it was, but I was still like to know
Yeah,
what
because
they were
I
doing.
can just put a lot into them. I can see a lot in a
Yes.
card, but sometimes it's like, oh, it's not that deep. It's just something really like tiny and not a whole like arch that goes through like 5 episodes.
Right, right. True. Yeah, but it would just be fun to have it too,
Yeah, it would
because
be nice.
how they approached the guidebook I thought was great. Like you could tell it was a Buffy fan that wrote it and got in the Scooby
And
spirit.
they really stepped up their game with this deck
Yeah.
because
So
the
it just
previous ones were like, Supernatural, that deck needs to be redone. That's still my opinion. I
oh
would
yeah.
love an actual working Supernatural deck, but the one that's out, no.
Yeah.
They need to redo it because it's just not fair. Not fair to the fandom.
No, I mean, I am only maybe 5 or 6 seasons into Supernatural. I
Oh,
haven't watched it
really?
in a while. Yeah, like, I go through, like, little, like, mini binges, and then I, like,
Oh,
take a
that's
break
good.
because it kinda became intense. It went from being, like, really fun, but, I mean, it got dark,
It get deep.
and it got really intense, so I think I just sort of started taking breaks from it more and realized I don't know how bingeable it is for me, but I like it, or I should say I love it. But so I can only imagine the fandom that has followed it all the way through. That's like, it's so epic. How do you screw up that deck? That's a shame.
Exactly, like there are so many characters for every single position. Like you could almost make a deck out of each season. So how do you not get good cards for all of the positions? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It felt really lazy, and not even just the illustration, but the lack of choice for some cards. So yeah, I still think that they should just do a second edition and upgrade it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I wanted it, should happen, obviously.
Well, yeah. And I would imagine that they would be getting that request from a lot of people too, especially after Buffy that comes out
Yeah,
and it shows that they made the effort to illustrate like
yeah, that it
I
could be a
mean,
good one. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of Buffy, I didn't I didn't grab that deck.
Really? I thought
I
that
grabbed
that's gonna be the
something
one in common.
adjacent,
It's
which
yours.
I don't know if you've seen me show this.
I
My
have the
channel.
video. I haven't watched it, but I have it saved for like months now.
I've
But
got a shoddy little tuck box that I've made for it.
ooh,
A
it's so
little
pretty.
smiley vampire.
Oh,
but but yeah, so this is my spike deck that
yes.
I made because I love the Buffy deck so much, and I just it was just I mean on a more personal note, just in a creative slump and just looking for something
Yeah, yeah.
fun that I could get excited about, and so I thought merging Buffy with tarot, two things that I love so much, and I love Spike so much that I just thought it'd be really fun to map out his character arc through the
Yeah.
lens of tarot. So I've got, and again, I'm sure you've seen me show some of these cards before, but like, oh gosh, that
Yeah,
was
I mean, I've seen this. Did I see? I don't know.
yeah. So just
I've
doing
seen.
objects. I'm not an artist, so I couldn't do renderings of my own. So I defaulted to
But
stock
I think
photo and just
I really
manipulating from
like these. Yeah.
there. But to
Oh, that
represent aspects of
it's
Spike or people in his life. So obviously that's for Drusilla.
true. That's perfect because she's perfect for High Priestess as well. So.
Well, those are the things the Buffy deck got me thinking about. Like, there's Angel.
Oh.
Certain things, if there were certain cards where I thought, or just hearing others critique it too, and what their picks would have been for different ones. And I
Yeah.
think that Drusilla had come up in the context of that deck. And so, especially for Spike, because that's narrowed
Yeah.
then for him. It's
There's
like,
so
who
much.
would these influences be in his arc specifically? So there's the chip.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I don't have to go through. I did update this card, so it now says Passions on the TV.
Oh,
But
nice.
then I just did the Pip style with cigarettes for wands and spikes, railroad spikes
Obviously.
for the swords, and the cups of cocoa
Aw.
for the cups, an homage of Joyce comforting his broken little heart.
Yeah.
And then the bloomin' onion is my earth suit, the
Yeah.
pentacles. And so those were just Pip, but I did do, images for court cards. Like for William, I made him the Page of
Yeah, I
Cups.
think that's a really good one. Yeah.
And then as the Knight.
Oh.
Just like the little love spell that he would love to make. So anyways,
Oh, that's
I
really
would feel like a real a-hole, like suggesting a deck that's not available out there, where if you did
No,
like
why?
it, you
Come
go
on
out
now.
and get it. But I mean, it just so happens I've got this extra copy burning a hole in my pocket. So I will be sending that on its merry way to you. And I've
Oh, thank
added
you.
a card. It's a link. The
Oh,
page
to
is
the guidebook?
password protected right now, but I'll lift that. I was just finalizing. But the poems, I wrote the poems for each card. So they're
Oh,
finished now. So I've
that's
got
so cool.
22 sonnets for the majors. I've got
Oh,
40 haiku. So even though this was just Pip style, although I did try to like
it's not lazy,
incorporate
babe. Yeah. It's not
some
lazy, babe.
RWS. Yeah, I tried to be mindful of that, like the 7
Yeah, yes. I think you
being
can
the
see that
money.
they give off the meaning of the card.
I hope so. But then the haiku was another opportunity to make a reference to the show for some of those like
Yeah.
smaller moments or
Oh,
aspects of him. And then the court cards are limericks.
Oh, wow. I cannot wait. Honestly, I'm so excited. And that's why I invite people onto my channel. No. Okay,
Yeah.
so I wasn't sure which direction to go. I mean, which one to show next, but because we're talking about the Pip decks, the Lord of the Rings is the next one.
Cool.
Because I was thinking that you like, reading, writing. It's an epic book. It's an epic word. And I don't really use the deck itself, but I don't know, for some reason I can forgive that it's a paper deck. And as you can see, all of the decks have the star out because I'm working on my next tattoo. And it's gonna be finally my tarot related tattoo. And I decided that instead of a death card, because why would I want the death card on me? Because I hate being in that. I know that, oh yeah, that card is nice because it signals that something is changing, but it's not a fun card to be in. So I'm gonna put the star card on
Ooh,
instead
beautiful, beautiful. That ushers the
because it
hope
makes
and
more
healing
sense.
in. Yes.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
I
I love
love it.
that. Oh, I do
And
not have this deck. I love the
sorry,
art on it.
I really wanted one with this art style,
Yes.
and I saw the Benicio del Toro. I think did you see the one who
Oh, what is that? I know what you're talking about, and
I can't remember the name, but
it's Del
they
Toro though, I think, right?
I think so. But I don't know enough about his movies to understand
Oh, is it Guillermo?
the deck.
Guillermo? Sorry.
So you can see that this is a paper deck as well. And my plan is that one day when I have like so many time that I don't know what to do with myself, I'm gonna just decorate some of these cards to make it a bit more obvious.
Yes. Oh, that's a great
Even
idea. You got the space
even
there to do it.
even though there is some explanation for things, but
You
it's
make it
I
your
can
own.
do
Yeah.
it, and it's gonna be fun to
Oh my
make.
gosh. What a way to bond with it. I love that idea.
So yeah, that's my plan, and
That's
because
cool.
they give off the basic meaning some of the cards, but not all of them. So yeah, I want to upgrade it in a way to make it more of my own 3 of 1s.
Yeah. I
Like
like that they
the
have the different, like the rings are varied at least, and the wands. That's
yeah, I mean, but this is not, I mean, it's the basic meaning is there because of the position of the wands. But I would like to decorate it with some ribbons and some like
yeah.
like some stuff,
Zhuzh
some
it
fun
up.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking that because you like English stuff because you moved
Yes,
there.
I do. I have not read those books, but I've seen the movies. I love them.
Oh, I think you would like the
And I
books.
know my sister and my nieces have read through all the books. And so I've just been terrible about just reading in general or reading fiction. Like the last few years, I've made this shift more to nonfiction. And so I'm finally getting back into fiction and
Oh, nice.
like sitting with something lengthy, instead of something that
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
trying
I
to
mean,
get
Lord
through
of
to
the Rings is
really
lengthy,
properly
so
dive in. Yeah. So no, a series like that to like I want to get into something again that I can sit in, a world I can sit in for a while. Oh,
yeah.
hello,
Yeah, we
Marlana.
have Marlena as well. Thank you so much for being here, and hope work is not too hard for you today.
Yeah.
Elaine says, I love the trilogy, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I haven't read the Hobbit books, just the children version. So, because I don't know, I still, I keep meaning to, but I don't know. But I just cannot relate to this deck at all. I've heard that from people. Yes, I mean, for a Lord of the Rings deck, it could have been so much better. It kind of feels a bit lazy as well, but I just wanted the art style, to be honest. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't care. I want a deck with this art style, and I love the Lord of the Rings, so I was like, it's gonna be this one.
Is that the
So
same artist as the Labyrinth
yeah, I think so. It should be
deck?
because it's inside edition. So
Okay. Which
I
I don't have
think
that one either, but just that
yes,
style
and
is so distinctive, and I do really
I
love
mean that's the illustrator Thomas
that.
Heho.
Okay. Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
cool. It looks like something you'd see carved into
Yeah,
wood,
like wood.
like
It was
a wood block printing.
yeah. I think it was done like that.
Or
So it
oh, okay.
actually did it like that. I
Oh, I didn't
think
know that.
that's why I wanted because it looked just really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm easy. Sometimes I just want an art style. So
Yeah, it's a vibe. Well, your
Oh,
tips
great.
are too so far. I love what you picked for me.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Marlena, I remember those days.
It's not, I mean, but sometimes you can find some entertainment in what people writing or not. I would assume that grading like something, maybe there are some unexpected answers, maybe.
Yeah, well, I do remember, I mean, with the teenagers, it would always be interesting. You'd either see the ones that were so obviously plagiarized, but
Okay.
then the ones that were like really creative. Because maybe if it wasn't an essay, I enjoyed it when they did creative writing, and it was
Oh,
really neat to see what they had to say. And there were
yeah, oh,
just
yeah.
some that were like, I mean, so yeah, I'm humbled. They were so clever with it. And then
Mm.
others, it wasn't their thing, and you could tell they were like totally uncomfortable doing it, but they still come up
Oh,
with something great. And so, yeah, it's really nice in that case then to give the positive encouragement, like, no, you actually do have something there.
no, that's
But the
cool.
essays, yeah, the plagiarism. There was one time I just remember there was one kid, and I mean, this is like so long ago, so I can't even imagine now
Mm.
with AI.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
Oh my
ChatGPT.
God. I did not have to contend with that. I was just dealing with very basic, like copy paste stuff. And in one kid's case,
Nice.
hello. In one kid's case, he had copy pasted and like left the links. So even though they printed it out, so I got a hard copy, but like the
Oh my
font
God.
would be blue and like Arial,
Oh,
whatever it was on the website,
oh.
and underlined. And so I remember this. I mean, I graded hundreds of students, thousands of essays, but this one I distinctly remember writing to him like, "You must think I am dumb as rocks. Let me give you a tip. If you're going to just copy paste,
At least
change
remove the
the
link.
font, take the underline off."
Maybe. Oh yeah.
As if it wasn't already obvious from like the clear shift in wording too. Like it went from something very like basic to like ultra sophisticated. I was like, dude, let me at least coach you on good plagiarism.
Yeah.
I can see the nights in my mind, Marlena, and they're breathtaking.
Okay, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to change up the order I was going to do these in, just to stay in the fantasy realm,
Ooh.
because I know you just showed me Lord of the Rings, and you
Yeah.
are into Game of Thrones and
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons,
Oh yeah.
and yeah. So
And everything that where dragons live.
I think you're still not going to like this deck just because it's big, because you don't like large.
I have tiny hands. I can't handle them. That's my only problem.
Yeah, and this is like stupidly sized. And so I was actually like, this was the first one I thought of. And then I thought of a substitute. And then I watched your video with Richie. And I was like,
Oh.
damn it. The first deck he whips out. I was like,
Oh really?
oh, I had brainstormed a preliminary list before I watched that. And then 3. He picked
Oh.
3 of the same one. So in a way, it was like lovely. It was very validating that I was like on the right
Exactly.
track.
Like
But at the
people
same
know
time, I
me.
was like, well, oh my God, now I have to brainstorm more. So thanks a lot. No, but yeah, he picked the Labanco for you. So I was going to pick that one for
Oh.
you too. So good choice. Okay, so what I pivoted back to then.
Oh, Diablo.
So this is, I mean, it's based on a video game, which I don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
a
know.
gamer, but
My brother used to play. He didn't let me play it, so I just watched him play.
Okay. And
My
honestly, these
game,
are
my game was Doom. I was, I was socialized on Doom, so it's
Doom.
pretty much the same. I mean, like first, it's an FPS, whatever FPS, first person shooter thing as well.
I'm a
You
granny.
don't know?
I,
Doom was amazing.
well, okay, we technically do have a PlayStation. We got that. That was a COVID thing, but we didn't play it very much. And so I'm.
Oh, it's an old. It started on PC, so I don't have any cool PlayStation or anything. I just play
Okay.
on my laptop right now.
I was gonna say my console was Intellivision, which was like
Yeah, back
right
then.
there with Atari. It
Oh,
just wasn't
Mortal
a joystick.
Kombat, you have
It
to
was like
play
it had buttons
joystick
and a
thingy.
disc. Your thumb would
Mm-hmm.
really hurt at the end of the day, but it had games like Atari. But yeah, so anyway, this world building of the games now is like so much more sophisticated
Yeah.
than what I know. But actually, the guidebook was written by Barbara Moore.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
It doesn't get into the game itself. It just keeps it to
Really? Oh.
the cards and how that translates over the tarot, like the meanings to pull from it. So,
Oh.
so I guess it's one of those things where, like, if you didn't know the game, because I'm
Yeah.
getting it for myself, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, am I going to be out of my depth? I'm not going to get any of the references, but it seems like it was set up that that's okay, because not even the guidebook is really emphasizing that. And I wasn't looking to learn it because why? I'm not going to play the game. So I just thought the images were neat, and I thought it was something that would look cool paired with the Lovaco tarot, and it does.
Oh.
But here's the thing. Look how, and I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
big hands. They're enormous. It covers my
Oh
face.
my, who that? Why?
I
Why
know.
is it so big?
I don't know. But I was like, well, I'm still going to pitch it to you because I still think it might be cool art you might like. I like the black on black backs.
Oh, yeah, it looks cool.
You had shown in your collection video like a playing card deck that had like the red foiling on the black box. And so that's what had initially put this in mind.
Oh,
the
okay.
cards have that. So the artwork, I think, is just really...
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it, but I think I didn't get it for two reasons, because I didn't play the game as much, and I was assuming that, you know, you need the knowledge, but looks like maybe not. And
Yeah,
because
I'm
it's
going in with nothing.
so huge that... Why is it so huge? I mean, I really like the red and the black. It looks really cool.
But I guess, like, if you just wanted it like to look and appreciate the art, I mean, it's very nice for that, for sure, to be able to make out the detail. And it does make it feel like very immersive that way too, because it's just like, I don't know, it's consuming my...
I mean, if there ever gonna be a Doom deck, I don't care how it's gonna look or how big it's gonna be. I'm gonna get it because of for the old nostalgia and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'd have to.
I mean, I still remember one of the cheat codes for, you know, like infinite amount of ammo, because I used to use that a lot. And I have two novels that was written to accompany the game. I can't remember if it was after the release, because back then, you know, internet wasn't such a big thing. And one of the covers have a weapon on it, and the cheat code is written on the gun. And I think that was just like fun.
That's
to actually like, oh, here's the cheat code everybody used. And I'm like, oh yes, I learned that by heart because I was using that.
Yeah, well, I hope they come out with that deck for you.
That would be cool.
In the meantime, I don't know. Yeah, if there's anything, but like I said, it's cool to at least look at if you just explore that art. And I got it not to do like full spreads with, but just to have as like that big focal card and kind of like build a normal size tarot spread around it. So I use the Lovaco. And at other times, I lean into the bigness and put it just one card side by side with one card from the Gorgons Tarot, which is also huge. It's like a vinyl record. So sometimes, hey, just embrace
the big. Yeah, and I think this one would look really cool. I have the pocket edition for the Lost Hallow Tarot, which is also a red, black, and white one.
Yes.
So that could look really cool with just the one giant card in the middle as a main energy, and pocket size edition of that deck around it. I think
I can picture that. Yeah,
I think so. Good idea.
Oh, and well, I was gonna say too, not that I want to influence other people's shuffling styles, because we all have our way, but and I blame my sister for this. She must have been the one who taught me how to shuffle as a kid. I corner shuffle.
You corner shuffle.
So this shuffles beautifully for me because like the card stock's really like nice, very like bendy and flexible. It almost feels like plasticky. It's not. I mean, it's cardstock, but it's like it's got a really great flex to it. So I will just,
Okay.
can't do it.
There are some decks that I try to corner shuffle, but I just suck at shuffling. That's my style. I
Yeah,
struggle.
yeah,
So because sometimes I see people shuffle oracle decks, which are bigger from the length, the longer side.
yes,
Like
yes. I've seen that
this
with like
way. Yeah,
Oracle. Yes,
like
I
this
can't
way.
do
And
that. I've
I
tried doing
tried,
that.
but I couldn't. I don't know how to do that.
I just can't do it normally. Like I am so used to the corner shuffling. I can't
Oh,
even on
you
the shorter side. I am
okay.
so uncoordinated at it. It just all goes. So I just, yeah. So the side shuffle doesn't work because I did actually try that with this deck
Oh,
too.
okay.
But yeah. So that's the tricky thing. I feel like for the flexibility of the cards, if you attempted a corner, like it might be easier than most decks that are a bit stiffer because I just feel like it
Yeah,
gives very
maybe.
easily without having to be broken in. But then I don't know.
I don't know. I learned how to shuffle when I started reading tarot because we just did the horrible way of shuffling decks, and I don't. Oh, where's one? I put away everything because I don't know why. But I don't know how to. Like this one when you do.
Oh yeah.
And
Like,
no, not even that. You
oh,
just try to like do this one.
ooh, no.
And yeah, I know. Now I know how, like this, it destroys the deck. But with simple playing cards, no one cared. But
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had never learned how to refill, shuffle, and everything. I'm just, learning it now. So my hands are not used to shuffling it in any way because I was just doing the really bad.
Yeah. No,
But
I can see.
that's what I learned. So
Yeah. I had, well, yeah, a few years ago, I was like when I was first attempting to do readings for other people because I
mhm.
really just do it for myself. But now if
Yeah, yeah.
someone asks, I'll do it, but it's nothing obviously professional. But anyway, so I was kind of like still working through like, well, what is my approach when I'm reading for someone else? Like, do I have them shuffle the cards and
Oh
do I
yeah.
lay it out facing them and everything? Like it brought all these questions that I hadn't really thought about. So I was doing a reading for my nieces, like adult nieces, and having them do it. But even in their 20s, they were like just going, like grabbing a few from one,
Like
they
piling.
separate it and just grab a few, grab a few, grab a few, grab a few. So I mean, it's really not much more advanced than like what you were
Yeah, yeah,
showing.
yeah.
They just were doing it
Exactly.
horizontally. So it was like, and it was their mother that taught me how to shuffle. So she taught me. She didn't teach her
Oh,
daughters.
yeah. I mean, we were playing a lot with playing cards, but no one was an expert shuffling. So we learned the bad way. But
Oh,
everybody was doing that. No one was doing
yeah.
fancy like magician style shuffling or anything like that.
No shame in it. I don't even mind when my edges get dinged and stuff. Like I feel
No, I
like it
actually
makes you
like
look
it.
loved, and it just I don't know. It marks them as like
Yeah, I really like when Stephanie was on because of her new deck, the Heart with
yes.
Tarot. We were just talking about, and I was using or showing my Oakesh and Thorn, and it's a white deck, but it started to yellow, and I just love that because it feels used. It's like I used the deck finally enough to show some wear and tear. So,
Oh,
it's
completely. It's like when I'm reading a book,
yeah.
dog-earing the pages
I mean,
and
I don't do
the
that.
writing,
my,
underlying. Like
my
I love
books look perfect. I mean, my the first edition of my Harry Potter, which is like 20 plus years, you can
that.
only
Oh,
tell it's years because the pages are yellow. But I don't know. With books it's different. I'm just very anal about it, like keeping them like in a perfect condition. So
oh, I could
I
definitely
don't.
see too with like certain ones. I would do it for
Mm,
something special.
books are like special.
You know, the first edition.
And kind of, yeah. I mean, if the cards are too big, they should be hanged on a wall. Yes, but I mean, I try to be sensitive and try to remind myself that there are people with bigger hands than me, and for them, a really big deck could feel like a normal size deck. So obviously, it's better to have options.
True, but yeah, but this, I mean, there's no, I
I
don't
mean,
have
that one
no
is
idea. I
just
would love to know if there is a specific reason why, if it was just to showcase the
show
art
off.
more as an art piece, and not be as much the usable.
I mean, but they could
I'm
have
not
done
sure.
like a special edition, and do a normal one.
Yeah, they should
I
try
don't
because
know.
I feel like with the simplicity of the color palette,
Yeah,
it's just that like
I mean, it looks really cool, but
grayscale with the red, like I don't think it's like so intricately detailed that it wouldn't do it justice if it were
mm,
smaller. And if people could actually use it, then even better. So yeah.
yeah, because
We've
tarot
got
is
publishers to
art, but
contact with this conversation, right? We've got to get
yeah,
to
yeah,
insert
yeah,
editions about the Buffy Tarot. We need to draft
yeah.
our correspondence and make
Yes,
our requests.
here are our demands.
Do it or else.
Yes. Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Next one is a fun deck, and I was just thinking that because you like, Buffy, and Buffy has some zombies and everything, and I think it's a very clever and fun deck, so I chose the zombie. So,
Yes.
do you
Yes,
have that one?
I do. And I love it.
It's so much fun,
Oh my gosh. That is one of my favorites.
and it takes forever to get that box.
You would have to
I
pry
mean,
that one from my
yeah,
undead zombie fingers. Yeah.
yeah. I just and this one was the one that inspired me to create the deck. So obviously,
Yes, your Oracle, which is also such a great one. You have fantastic keywords.
I wish I could have done my oracle in the same style, but there was not enough free stock images for me to attempt to create something like this. And I just like you, I'm not an artist, so I I didn't know how to like redo the whole thing in this style. So I went with something that I enjoyed and I know how to do, like layer pictures and do a collage. But
Oh,
look at that. Oh, look here's a light for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the problem that I ran up with the spike deck. It's like
Mm.
even if I wanted to take my chances with like the Buffy property,
Oh,
it's the stock
but
images. I have a
yeah.
standard license for them, but it doesn't extend to
No, it
sale.
doesn't.
So
And if you create your deck with make playing cards, they even flag the deck for copyright issues. So you can even get a copy just for yourself with copyrighted pictures and anymore, which is good. In a
yeah.
way, it's good.
Oh
In a
yeah.
way, it's fucking annoying because I would like to have a Harry Potter deck, but I'm
Uh,
so particular about everything about in that book that uh and I don't care about J.K. Rowling anymore. I don't care. I separated the two
yeah.
things. The books live in their separate, like
Yeah. That's
lovely bubble, and
Sweden,
the,
right?
I disown the author. I'm just saying, but uh, I don't know. I need to learn how to digital art because I would love to. I mean, I need a Harry Potter deck just for myself, but I can't use images that were used in the movies, even though they would be perfect because like playing cards is like you're trying to steal. And I'm like, no, I just want to just for myself. But
Yes. Yeah.
I don't really get it because if I print out the pictures at home and I plaster it on a cardboard, it's still gonna be the same effect. I would just want it in a better format, but I can do that. So
Yeah. 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 That's where my little workaround, I was able to get mine printed just because then I didn't take anything directly from the show, but I used stock
yeah,
images to allude
similar.
to it.
Mm,
And so that was enough to get it printed.
yeah,
But yeah, taking the extra step, I'm too afraid to try.
yeah. And Elaine said that. Yeah, and I really like that
Mm.
Taratica actually does that. That decks come in two sizes, and I think it just shows that you can actually do that. You can sell a deck in two sizes, so no excuse actually.
It's really not. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so that's my third deck for you, the Zombie Tarot.
Great choice, great choice. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that one is just so kitsch. It just cracks me up, and it's so good too. I mean,
It's clever
the
that
readings are fantastic.
it reads very, very well. I
Yes.
mean, for the Hierophant, the TV, perfection.
Yeah, you could tell like they were not just going for novelty there with the zombies. There was
No,
real thought.
yes, they were actually really thinking. That's why I still kind of want to buy the Housewives Tarot as well,
Yes, I have
because
that
I
one
keep
too.
seeing that, and I don't know why I'm not getting it. Maybe I will get it next month or something,
Yeah.
because it seems and feels like it's the same cleverness but on a brighter side.
Yes, yes. You know what? That one did cross my mind. And I didn't pick it for your time, but yeah. But
Oh.
I have that one. I haven't had it as long as the Zombie Tarot, and I haven't used it as much as that one. But it
Mm.
does. It gives that same feel, and it's very cheeky, but
Yeah,
also very clever. Also, it's thought through.
yeah, I think the devil is a piece of cake or something, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah. Like
exactly,
devil's food cake.
exactly. So yeah, maybe I should just buy it. Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Hmm.
it comes at a nice price point, right? Because that one's mass market.
Yeah, it should be. Even though ever since Book Depository departed, let's just say that, I order from Verdery, and it's a bit more expensive than the previous option was,
Oh,
because no one likes to ship to Hungary. Because
oh,
within the EU, I think it's just that taxes are higher. I don't know,
oh.
and
Well, I'll see what it is
we
over
don't
here.
get sales and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Amazon is extra expensive and stuff like that. But whatever.
Well, I don't remember what I got it for, but I'll price it out over here because I could always get a copy and send it with the spike deck to you.
Mm. I
Little
mean,
passing there. Mhm.
okay, this
I
will
I
go.
come in handy because I also, because of my frequent visits to the States to see family, like I've been a merch mule for people who are like, oh, this is only available in the States or with shipping. I'm just like, send it when I'm there. I'll bring it
Mm.
over.
Okay,
Immigration doesn't come out any that way.
I might message you about a fountain pen pouch, because
Mm.
there's one that's limited to a US company. But the shipping,
Oh.
I checked the shipping, and the pouch was, I think, like 35 or $45, and the shipping was 85. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because it's like extra, like insurance, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna pay that much.
No, no. Well, then, yeah, consider that because
That's ridiculous.
I like
Like,
to make
I'm very
myself
good with the
useful somehow.
standard 25 bucks options, or like why 80, 85 was just like ridiculous. Oh, we have the end. Hello, Diane. How are you?
Hello.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So for Elaine, Lord of the Rings is similar for just like Harry Potter for me.
I think it would be because I'm thinking of Dawn Michelle, and if Marlena's still here, she could verify this. But Dawn
Yeah.
Michelle was making a sci-fi deck for herself
Yeah.
and had that issue exactly as you said, where Make Playing Cards would not even print it because they felt it was copyright. But she had illustrated everything herself.
It was it. It wasn't like used pictures.
No,
Oh.
she you could tell who the characters were, but it wasn't like identical. Like they were identifiable, but it wasn't identical.
Ah, okay.
And she did it all herself.
I mean, she's an artist, so
Yes. Yeah, I
she's
know.
amazing.
Oh,
And she's amazing.
that'd be so great. Yes, to actually have the ideas and that talent to be able to bring that together. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what she ran up against because she kept going back to them like saying, but this is original art. I did it. It's not taken directly from there.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like it wasn't like they looked identical, but I mean, like say it was
They
Princess
were too
Leia and you did
similar,
Space
maybe.
Funds, like there'd be
Mm.
something where you could recognize who it was, but it
Ah.
wasn't. So yeah, she still couldn't. So I
Yeah, which is
felt
that's why it's so interesting that, and there's a huge storm coming, by the way,
oh
which was
seriously?
supposed to, it was supposed to come later, but I can see the dark blue cloud. So
Oh
hopefully,
no. It's been my
Big
UK
thing.
influence. It came from over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on the UK. But yeah, I was thinking about, illustrating. That's why I bought my iPad like 2+ years ago to actually learn digital like art. But I haven't started that. But I will one day. I have courses bought and I have things that I bought, so I can just learn it. But yeah, whatever.
You will. You'll
I
do
only have
it.
excuses. But I wanted to do that. I wanted to illustrate my Harry Potter book deck, but maybe that I can't do. But the other idea that I had, and maybe, Elaine, if you're thinking about making one for Lord of the Rings, I was thinking about picking quotes that just gives me the feeling of that particular card, and maybe going with that. I don't
Oh.
know, because make playing card doesn't speak Hungarian, that's for sure. So they don't know. But I don't know if that AI can pick the text and just say that, hey, this is from the book. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to use quotes anymore, or not even that, because you're reproducing the text in a way that's not authorized. But all I want to do is just have it for myself. So I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would be a thing where it's like, well, like with my little deck, I'm like, well, technically, like apparently they didn't recognize and I had
Yeah.
like some text, but I limited it maybe to just like a couple of words. And it's like
No, that's not
generic
long
enough
enough.
that it's not like
Mm,
they're expressions that you would say anyway, but like I know
yeah,
where it was said in the show. But even with like editing books, I know that we would run up against that. And
yeah. So I
you
don't
get
know.
like the legal advice if you're quoting, and there are certain quotations that are like considered, like if they're quoted enough and well known enough, those can arguably fall under fair use, or if it is like a paraphrase.
Yeah, there's a
Sometimes it's like
difference
a
between what you
percentage,
can
like if
do.
it's short, if it's like so small that like relative to the whole work, it's a really teeny tiny percentage.
Yeah,
It
and
could be. I don't want to say for sure. I can't.
source everything. So you have to identify every source, and I can't do that with the deck, obviously. So
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things. And I'm not the best person to ask because I get paranoid about everything. Because even knowing that there can be some leeway, like I have an author who loves using song lyrics all the time, and I'm just always like,
mm,
and I try to find like if it's a folk song. It was a storm there. It got so dark.
yeah, and
Wait, did you
the
actually lose
wind pick.
electricity, or were your lights already off?
We have
Oh no,
electricity.
your computer's still going. So I guess
Yeah,
you're
I mean, if I disappear, it was because our internet is gone. So let's pick up the pace a little, because
okay. Is it? It's me.
yes, it's yours. Your turn.
Okay,
Oh my god.
that is
I mean,
frightening.
usually I love Storm, but now I'm like, please just give me like 10 more minutes so I can finish the live stream.
The sun was just illuminating your face minutes ago.
Yeah, not
How did this
anymore.
happen?
Not anymore.
Okay, so this is inspired by I know you've got like well, it's not an Abigail Larson illustrated deck, but I know that you have like Darkwood Tarot and Horror Tarot.
Yes.
So just along the vein of like the paranormal and
Yes.
horror.
Yeah.
And
horror,
also
not
the Darkwood is Sasha Graham. So this is a Sasha Graham storyline. Not as, you don't get that big guidebook with it, but she does have a narrative. I don't know if you've ever.
Oh, it's on my wish list. I don't have it yet, but every Halloween probably I just look at it and I'm like, I should get it finally, and then I never get it. And I another deck that I don't know why I'm not.
Well, it gets overwhelming, right? Because spooky season, I have so many decks that I always want to use spooky season.
And I
And
never
so
use
I get
anything because
overwhelmed and
it's
I'm
so
like,
short.
yes. So
Tony was guessing.
zombies.
Hello, Tony.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this one is also looks really really well. Oh, sorry, it's just we were talking about too many spooky decks, but yeah. Okay,
I saw that.
I might disappear because it looks like the electricity is like not like fully well like working, but oh, it's exciting.
Okay.
But I'm gonna show you quickly, I think, the last two decks, and then if we can talk, we can talk. If not, then we can finish. But because I'm sorry for rushing things, but honestly, I'm just worried.
No.
So the Darkwood was my pick for you, actually.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that you would like the art style and you would like a very usable, like great
I
deck.
do
So
love her artwork so
yeah,
much.
it was,
And Sasha Graham, I think, is just so wonderful at
and
telling
it
the
reads so well.
story.
So that was one, and I'm gonna quickly show you the last one. Is honestly, I keep telling everybody how great this deck is, so everybody should get it because it's an amazing and beautiful deck, and it's the Tarot of the Little Prince. And I don't know if you have it, but
I don't. And this was your deck for when you did Angel decks. This was for Connor, right?
I think so. Yes,
Yes.
because
Oh yeah,
it's
I'm
the
enchanted by this one.
okay. So at least I was able to show you my decks. But okay, I'm still here, so
I just can't believe how the darkness
yeah.
descended on you so
Hello,
fast.
darkness, my old friend.
And I mean, at the outset, when we first connected, I was like, "Oh, it's so gray and dark over
Oh
here."
yeah, I mean it was sun just like 10 minutes ago, and the storm was promised to come around 10 p.m. So it's 8. So I was like,
Ugh.
what's the rush?
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, all right. This is
Oh,
gonna slow me down a little bit because I was indecisive. There's one deck that I was saving for last.
oh
Um, we could. I should have asked. Can we do Oracle or no? I
yeah,
have an
of course.
Oracle deck that I was gonna do.
I forgot to say, but everything is allowed. Playing cards, oracle.
Okay.
It just has to be a deck.
Okay. So I was just gonna say do an Oracle deck for last, and so for the fourth tarot deck, I really didn't have much rationale behind any of them. They came to mind
Don't need
for a reason, and then I just couldn't decide because they are all such half-assed reasons. So I was gonna give you a category because I was
Okay.
like, well, maybe you tell me what category you're most interested in possibly getting a new deck within, and then I'll tell you the deck with that. So I've got like a Marseille style deck. It's not straight
Mm.
up historical, but a Marseille style. I've got a collage deck, an oceanic deck, and an animal deck.
Collage. I'm gonna choose collage for 500.
Okay. Well, when you get this deck, it comes with a little bag that's embroidered, and
Ooh.
I think the design is always different on it, but I think this one originates in the Philippines. I was able to get it
Oh,
through a UK indie tarot shop, Little Red Tarot.
oh, I know them.
But this
Well,
is practical magic.
oh, okay. I don't
And
think
I've got several collage decks, but I picked this one because I have been using it the most of my collage decks probably this year. Well, also I was using Lioness Oracle, but I found myself using this one. It just puts me in a good mood,
Oh, that's good.
and this card
That
is
I
a
really
big
need one.
reason why. That's the Fool.
Oh, that's fun.
It's fun. It's also kind of kitschy and modern
Oh, I
and
don't mind that at all.
youthful and simple. Like it's not one of
Mm.
the busier collage styles that you can see.
Oh yeah.
And the minors have
Then,
key terms. I don't know if you like keywords
ah,
with tarot, but it does offer that, which makes it. I mean, you're obviously not a beginner tarot reader. I think it was geared towards that, if that would be helpful to beginners. But I found that I actually like it just because I do tend to pair up decks and everything, and so it
yeah,
almost
same.
becomes an oracle card. Sometimes it is just nice to have like
Yeah.
if I'm
I
not
can't remember.
articulating it in my mind or my mouth, like it's something to like latch onto. And it's just interesting to see someone's perspective on what they think that card means. Because
Do
it might
you
be different than what I would.
ah? Do you know the field tarot?
What is it?
The field tarot.
I don't think so.
I don't have it anymore, but it's a digital collage kind of like drawing type of deck, but it has keywords on it. And one of the things that I kind of liked, that sometimes I was just using it as an oracle, because I was focusing more on the keywords and not on the actual position
Yes.
of the card. So it's kind of, I think it's similar but I kind of, yeah, I like it. I like it.
Oh, here's your star. The
Yeah.
majors don't have the keyword. It is just the
Yeah,
major
just a major.
title. But yeah, because I find I like pairing it with my other collage decks, because there's so much that you could be pulling out of those, and then this kind of anchors it with that keyword. And also, it's just fun. There's a certain mood that just really makes me want to go and grab this. If I'm in a good mood, or maybe I'm not, and I want my spirit
you want to be. Oh yeah, I need that. But I think I mean, they are different style, but this could work well with the housewives for that purpose, because
yes,
they
I have
are
paired them too.
Oh
yes, I have paired that because of the like kind of kitschy quality to it. So it is. Some of them can just make me laugh. Well, these ones come not as much, but just sometimes the expressions on the people's faces, and you get these like sequins that are mixed in, and so
it's not something that I would pick for myself, but I appreciate it, because I collect these days decks that will make me just want to read, because I was kind of in a funk in a way that I fell out of it. But one of the decks that I bought recently, this one, the Kickstarter one, the Exile Tarot.
Oh.
And obviously it's upside down, so of course you can't read it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I just started using it, and it has a very interesting style.
I love that the first card you showed also has a boombox in it.
Oh yeah.
You put a boombox in a deck? I will love it forever.
Yes.
But yeah. Well, here's just another. This one I get such a kick out of. The keyword is friendly competition for 5 of Wands.
That's really, oh yeah, that's a good
like
one.
The ladies who lunch.
Yeah, like, oh, hello, I love you. And then as soon as they turn around, oh, I hate her so much.
Yes, exactly. Like, her fur coat looks more expensive than my fur coat. I just think this is the cutest lovers. I don't know. I find it very,
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I keep showing them just because they're all so different from each other. But yeah, I'll just show one more. And this is 9 of Cups. You can get what you want.
Oh, it looks like a 9 of Cups. I love
the
flowers.
Message to end that one on.
Awesome.
Okay, and so, all right, you showed all yours already. Okay, so I'll go to
sorry.
and final. I know in your last video you said you're not going to talk about it anymore, and I'm not going to lure you into talking about it more, but you've been through it, and so I thought this called for the Witch Oracle, woman in total control of herself. I don't back many Kickstarters. I've only done a handful, and this was one. But they do. I looked it up. I think they do still have some copies for sale. It was going to be a limited run. This Angie Sullins has mass market Oracle decks out there. I don't have her other ones, but yeah, this was an indie run. But yeah, still out there. And so I just thought the premise was great. There's a lot of introductory material here, but what I had picked out just to read was
Tony says that it's on mass market exactly the same.
It is?
Awesome.
No, I did not know that. Thank you.
Awesome.
No idea. See, as I was saying before we started the countdown, I was like, I don't have my finger on the pulse.
I mean, I want to watch videos, but I have 2 murder trials that I'm watching right now from the US. So, I'm busy. I have 8 hours of court pretty much every day, like double the time. So
Yeah, I don't.
And I should read stuff for my upcoming university exam. I mean, entrance exam. I don't know how it's called. It's gonna be an interview because I'm trying to get into a master's degree program. So
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm not nervous at all. No.
No, because you're a woman in total control of herself.
Yeah, for sure. That's my middle name.
These are shiny. Sorry about that in
Oh, no, it's
advance.
okay.
That's the
Oh, I
back.
love
I
that.
don't know what the
Oh,
matte
it's
marker.
pretty.
But oh god, they're so shiny. They're so shiny. But
Oh, but I will make a note and I will look up
get like
some.
the rescuer. But I was thinking
Mm.
I could shuffle and pull one for you and leave you
Oh,
with a guidebook message.
I would appreciate that if you would do that.
Yeah. So it's beautiful. It looks very classic, but also mystical.
Mm. So it's
Amazon,
great.
I just can't believe it's available. I had no idea.
Sometimes, yeah, it's sometimes they just release something as a mass market so quickly after the Kickstarter that you don't even think about it, or at least for me. But I'm not gonna, lie. It was I backed this deck, the Exile, like I don't even know, like 6 months before. But I'm not gonna lie. This kind of it was when I looked at it, I was like, "Ha, okay." I was like, "I get it, universe, I get it."
Yep. Yeah, this guidebook, it starts just so much emphasis on sovereignty and just
Mm.
kind of like reclaiming that power for yourself. So I'll do a quick draw then and I'll read
I
from the
would
guidebook.
understand that if people thought that it's gonna be a limited run and then it comes out for much cheaper on mass market. That was the issue. Some of it with the. Oh God, I wanted to say that deck too quickly, but I forgot the name. Whatever. I think I made a video where I talked about decks and deck creators that was like problematic. The bone stone, like something
Oh,
bone earth.
Earth.
Someone will know because I really loved the Anatolian illustrated the deck. And
Uh,
there were some issues with the original one. Like I heard people like a lot of complaints, and there was issues with that one as well. So Bonestone and Earth, exactly, that's the one.
Bone
That's
okay.
that's my favorite bone to pick with creators.
Yeah.
I
As
mean,
I'm sitting here clueless.
I think people
Really?
need to talk about problematic decks and creators because how else would you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here, let me pick a
I
card
wish.
for you from this problematic deck. Oh, it's one that I showed. I got the
Really?
triple goddess,
Oh.
the triple goddess.
Hmm.
You can see maiden,
Hmm.
mother, and
I can
crew.
see.
So
It's fine.
let's
See what the guidebook is telling me.
okay. That's almost there. Okay. No, I can't see. Even with my glasses on, I swear to God, I can't read. Okay, so the divine feminine is a tangible presence, and like the fates themselves, she holds the red thread of your feminine life with great care. Maiden, mother, and crone are the faces she wears, and each have their own medicine to offer you. You only need to ask, who is your guide right now? Is it the maiden, with her adventurous and curious nature, who is enthusiasm unbound? Is it the mother, the nurturing guide who can both nourish and protect with fierce devotion? Or is it the crone, with her ability to howl in the face of danger, speak truth to power, and laugh at the small concerns we willingly make too large and powerful? A
Hmm.
witch understands that all three facets are with her all the time, regardless of her age. She seeks guidance from all three, endeavoring to embody the magic and power of each. Time now to create the sacred pause. Stop the doing, achieving, and effecting. Get quiet. Allow yourself to relax, open. Embody the chalice of feminine wisdom and become the receptacle she can pour her message into.
Oh, okay. I mean, my card, the main energy card for the week is the Empress domain from the. I just and I kind of feel like it resonates with that energy. And I really like this. I never thought about, like who is your guide? Like I never thought about looking at all the aspect of the tree
Right, like is there
and
one
which one
now?
is that I should be embodying or should be working with from myself. Oh my god, the lightnings. I mean, I really love it. I'm just like
That's the divine feminine driving the point home.
It's the Empress domain. I mean, on the card, it's
This is Mother Nature speaking.
It's not supposed to be
you.
like it's not supposed to be like stormy, but as soon as I looked at it, I was like, it looks like a storm. So,
yes.
And I don't know when is it coming out as a mass market, but I know that it's gonna come out as a mass market, which is, again, this was a deck that was supposed to be just become a limited thing for people who were part of the first creational group or whatever, so I can understand that people are upset because it wasn't like a cheap deck, so but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, next year.
Because I even was looking up because I wanted to see like, oh, is this even available? And I just came upon the original website, which was still
sometimes
selling
it's got the Kickstarter.
Yeah, and the indie prices. So I'm so shocked to hear that because this actually had me thinking like to offer to you if you wanted because it had ridiculous international.
Oh yeah.
Prices. So I was like, if you wanted it, I could get it in the States. But yeah, if it's mass market, much better price point.
Let me check if it has it like. Okay, what is it called? Reach.
Yes, a woman in total control of herself. And look at there's a dragon on this cover. You love your dragon.
Oh yeah, I saw the dragon. Total control of herself. I'm not sure if the search is gonna give me the deck. Oh, it is. Okay.
The heck you say? Wow.
There's
oh my god, that price is so much better. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. I hope it's on sale. Shiny as well.
Yeah, it's on sale for now. So if anybody wants to buy it, it's on Verdery. It's on sale.
I'll be darned.
Nice. I mean, but I'm sure yours is more special, and without the Kickstarter, this one wouldn't be. But I think I'm gonna say goodbye because honestly, the storm is here. So it's the same cardstock. Then I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, we got all the decks in, and I love all the ones that you picked for me. You're spot on.
And I love yours too. And I'm so happy that you were here because it was fun, and we should do something. I'm gonna invent a third series, or I'm just gonna invite you for the lollipops and paper clips. I don't think you've been. It's a kind of stream where we talk about anything but tarot. So we can get to know each other. So we're not talking about decks, but talking about anything else. So
I love that.
I will write an email about that one. But yes, the storm is actually here. So
okay, well, go. Be safe. Take cover.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Oh, I'm gonna have fun watching this one.
Maybe get away from the windows.
Oh, I mean, we have a lake nearby, so everything that usually the lightning strikes in the lake, so I should be fine. But yeah, okay, but yeah, thank you so much, everybody who were here, and everybody who watches the replay.
For having me.
And thank you for being here. Like I said, you're gonna be back because I really enjoy talking to you here and everywhere. So let's start the awkward weaving.